doing a double live, one on YouTube and one on Instagram. If you're just joining, go ahead and say hi. If you have any questions about the auction, feel free to drop them in the chat. Or if you just want to talk about like what you're doing in your day or what you're working on, please do let me know. I'm currently working on this pattern test for I think Titty Tops by K. It's due tomorrow. I still have like a whole nother sleeve to make and a couple more rows on the body. So hoping to finish that up. And then if you were curious about the blankets, I have one of them right here. This is the green one. And the current highest bid for it is $400. And the other one is going at $375 right now. But yeah, you still have about 46-ish, 48-ish minutes to bid if you're interested. If not, feel free to hang out. That's cool too. I'm sitting in my garage because my mom is cooking, and I figured that no one probably wants to hear that while we're sitting here on this call or live. Yes, I've never done anything like this before, but I teach high school and I tend to wing things on the spot a lot. So that's why I guess I can be a little bit less awkward than maybe most people who start out. But yeah, fun stuff. Anyone have any questions or things that they want to share about in their day? Today, let me tell you a little bit about what I did today. Was my brother's graduation. And because I was like, I need to finish this sweater by tomorrow, I was crocheting this like the whole time I was like at the ceremony. I finished this whole sleeve here during the ceremony, and then I've been working on the body since. Yeah. But yeah, tomorrow also I'm planning to release the Poinsettia coaster pattern. Most of my pattern testers are done and they've given me feedback. So I'll be trying to work through that as best as I can, and then opening up an Etsy and maybe like a Google Forms option to order from me as well. I've never opened up an Etsy before, so I'm not sure entirely of the logistics, but I figured that it probably won't be too bad. But yeah, I'm excited to see other people trying out these new designs that I'm working on. I also have a lot of requests to make a pattern for these poinsettias. I would probably rank this pattern around like probably an intermediate advanced, just because it has like a lot of steps to it and it's kind of complex. And even for me, it takes about 30 minutes to make one of these. So I think for the average person, it's going to take a while to finish a whole blanket like this. I only included about 14 to 15 of these on each of the blankets and made the rest of them these. So Jonah Lee called them morning glories in her latest post. So yeah, they're morning glories. If you search up a morning glory coaster, you'll find flowers that are just like this. But I don't know. I'm interested in trying out other flowers, even though these are really fast for me to make now. Like I can probably, so if you've watched some of my other reels, I've said that those took around 7. I can make about 7 in an hour, but I think I can probably make around 10 of these or even 11 in an hour, not including the time to weave them all in. But yeah, they're still pretty fun to make. The weaving in is always the pain. If you ever made like a flower coaster before, those are the nice thing about some of those patterns is that you don't have to cut the yarn and like fasten it off. Whereas for these, you have to kind of do each individual flower and then cut and fasten off. Time consuming. It is very tedious, but yeah, I'm just rambling here. if yeah, anyone has any specific questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Otherwise, I will just continue working on the pattern test that is due in tomorrow for me. Yeah. So yeah, the nice thing about this pattern is that it is fairly repetitive after the first part, which is this little neck area that looks super cute. This whole section took me forever. I can't reveal what stitches they are because that's part of the pattern test. But you could probably figure it out if you are a fellow crocheter. But yeah, this took me forever. And then this body part actually doesn't take too much time. For the blankets, the ones that went viral took a little bit longer just because the blanket yarn is thinner than the yarn I used for this blanket. You can see that this is actually super thick. Like if you compare this with one of my fingers, it's like the thickness of my finger, right? And that's not only like looking at it this way, that's also like sideways. So it's actually super warm, which is nice because yes, I am sitting in a garage for any of you who cannot tell. But yeah, I'm glad people are popping on. It seems that Instagram's doing a lot better for me than YouTube. No one's popping on YouTube, which what can I expect? I have like 767 followers there and then 28,000 here. But yeah, we're currently at honestly the same 2 bids that I had when I first opened up the form. So I don't know if it's because like maybe my marketing wasn't good enough or because like the prices where they're currently at is already too high for most people. But it was kind of an experiment for me. So even though I am honestly barely breaking even with the prices that people are willing to pay for this, I'm learning. So that counts for something, right?